The 1982 Falklands War pitted Britain against Argentina in a dramatic aerial clash. This video showcases every key aircraft involved, categorized by country. Enjoy watching. Starting off with United Kingdom Combat and Strike Aircraft, BAE Sea Harrier, the star of the British air campaign. Using revolutionary vertical takeoff technology, these fighters defended the fleet from carrier decks, achieving total air superiority without losing a single aircraft in combat. McDonnell Douglas Phantom. Stationed at Ascension Island, these American-built interceptors formed the outer defensive ring. Their powerful radars could detect threats hundreds of miles away, ensuring the mid-Atlantic staging base remained secure throughout. Let's move on to Argentina Combat and Strike Aircraft. Douglas A-4 Skyhawk, Argentina's most effective weapon. Skimming wave tops to evade radar, these aging but deadly jets sank multiple British ships. Pilots displayed extraordinary courage, pressing attacks despite facing missile-armed warships. Now this is the IAI Dagger. Israel's Mirage variant proved devastating in ground attack. On May 21st alone, Daggers damaged 3 British ships during the San Carlos landings, though several were shot down by Sea Harriers and missiles. The next one, Dassault Super Étendard. Only 5 existed in Argentina's arsenal, yet they changed everything. Armed with Exocet missiles, they sank HMS Sheffield and Atlantic Conveyor, proving that modern anti-ship weapons could devastate even prepared fleets. FMA IA-58 Pucará. Argentina's locally designed turboprop excelled at close air support. Operating from rough island airstrips, it harassed British ground forces until most were destroyed on the ground or captured during the final advance. Emaki MB339, a trainer pressed into combat service. During the British landings at San Carlos, one scored a direct bomb hit on HMS Argonaut. The ship survived, but the attack showed even light aircraft posed real threats. Beechcraft T-34 Turbo Mentor. Desperation turned trainers into warplanes. These unarmed reconnaissance aircraft provided crucial intelligence on British positions, flying low over the islands where faster jets couldn't loiter. Several were captured intact after surrender. Next on the list is United Kingdom bomber aircraft. Avro Vulcan, Operation Black Buck, remains legendary. Britain's Cold War nuclear bomber flew 8,000 miles from Ascension Island, requiring 17 aerial refuelings, to crater Port Stanley's runway with conventional bombs. Audacity personified, continuing with Argentina bomber aircraft. English Electric Canberra. The Canberra wore multiple hats. Beyond bombing runs, reconnaissance variants photographed Argentine defences at extreme range, providing commanders with vital intelligence for planning the amphibious assault. Age proved no barrier. Let's move on to United Kingdom reconnaissance and intelligence aircraft. BAE Nimrod. Beyond hunting submarines, Nimrods gathered electronic intelligence. Monitoring Argentine radio transmissions and radar emissions, they built a complete picture of enemy capabilities, giving British commanders a crucial information advantage. English Electric Canberra. The Canberra wore multiple hats. Beyond bombing runs, reconnaissance variants photographed Argentine defences at extreme range, providing commanders with vital intelligence for planning the amphibious assault. Age proved no barrier. Let's move on to Argentina reconnaissance and intelligence aircraft. Learjet. Civilian luxury became military necessity. Argentina commandeered these executive jets to rush commanders and critical intelligence between bases as the crisis escalated. Speed mattered more than comfort when war loomed. Hawker Siddeley HS-125. British-made, ironically, served Argentina. These business jets transported senior officers and urgent communications across the mainland, ensuring command decisions reached forward air bases without delay during critical operations. The next one, Mitsubishi Mu-2. Japan's reliable turboprop joined the logistics chain. As fighting intensified, these civilian aircraft hauled spare parts, medical supplies, and personnel to forward bases, keeping Argentina's Air Force operational under pressure. Now this is the FMA IA-50 Guarani II. National pride in action. Argentina's own twin-engine transport proved its worth, moving troops and supplies throughout the mainland network. Domestic production meant spare parts remained available when imports dried up. Now this is the Aero Commander, small but essential. These light twins performed observation flights along the coast and shuttled officers between bases. Their ability to operate from small airstrips made them indispensable throughout Argentina's mobilization. Douglas DC-3, the immortal Dakota, still serving 40 years after World War II. These venerable transports hauled tons of cargo and hundreds of troops across Patagonia, proving good design never becomes obsolete. Now let's look at United Kingdom Maritime Patrol and ASW aircraft. BAE Nimrod. Beyond hunting submarines, Nimrods gathered electronic intelligence. Monitoring Argentine radio transmissions and radar emissions, they built a complete picture of enemy capabilities, giving British commanders a crucial information advantage. Next up, Argentina Maritime Patrol and ASW aircraft. Lockheed P-2 Neptune, Argentina's aging maritime patrol aircraft, searched desperately for the British fleet. Limited by obsolete radar and short range, they struggled to locate the task force in the vast South Atlantic. Grumman S-2 Tracker. Launched from carrier ARA 25 de Mayo, these submarine hunters protected Argentina's fleet. When the carrier withdrew after British nuclear submarines arrived, the trackers lost their platform and effectiveness. Embraer EMB 111 Bandeirante. Brazil's contribution to the search effort. These maritime patrol aircraft extended Argentina's reconnaissance coverage, though finding the British fleet in thousands of square miles of ocean proved nearly impossible. Lockheed L-188 Electra. Converted airliners became ocean watchers. With endurance measured in hours, these turboprops could patrol vast areas. But spotting ships in the stormy South Atlantic required luck as much as skill. Let's move on to United Kingdom tanker and transport aircraft. Handley Page Victor. Without these tankers, victory was impossible. Converted strategic bombers transferred millions of pounds of fuel mid-air, enabling everything from Vulcan raids to fighter patrols. The unsung heroes of Britain's campaign. Vickers VC-10, Britain's strategic bridge across the Atlantic. These elegant jets moved 8,000 troops and thousands of tons to Ascension Island, transforming a tiny volcanic outpost into the world's busiest airport overnight. Now let's look at Argentina tanker and transport aircraft. Fokker F-28 Fellowship, speed was survival. These Dutch-built jets rushed reinforcements between Argentine air bases as Britain's task force steamed south. Every hour counted in the race to strengthen the island's defences. Alenia G222, Italy's tactical transport, thrived on rough fields. Designed for short, unprepared runways, it perfectly suited Argentina's austere southern bases, delivering supplies where larger aircraft couldn't safely land. De Havilland Canada DHC-6 Twin Otter. The Falklands terrain demanded this rugged Canadian bush plane. Landing on grass strips and beaches, Twin Otters moved troops and supplies across the islands where helicopters couldn't reach. Short SC-7 Skyvan. Its boxy shape earned the nickname Flying Shoebox, but nobody cared about aesthetics. The Skyvan's rear ramp and STOL performance made it perfect for delivering cargo to forward positions under fire. Next on the list is United Kingdom helicopters. Westland Wessex, veteran of jungle and desert, now fighting in sub-Antarctic cold. These sturdy helicopters braved artillery and small arms fire to land Marines at San Carlos, then kept them supplied throughout. Now this is the Westland Wasp, small but deadly. Operating from frigate decks, these compact helicopters hunted submarines with torpedoes and depth charges. One even attacked the submarine Santa Fe with missiles, helping force its surrender. Now this is the Westland Gazelle. Speed over armor was the Gazelle's philosophy. These light scouts raced ahead of advancing troops, spotting Argentine positions in the hills. Several were lost to ground fire, paying the price for reconnaissance. Westland Scout, utility, defined this workhorse. Evacuating wounded from mountainous battlefields, resupplying forward positions, and directing artillery fire. Scouts performed every unglamorous but vital task that kept Britain's ground campaign moving forward. Continuing with Argentina helicopters. Aerospatiale Puma, France supplied both sides. While Britain used Sea Kings, Argentina relied on these French medium-lift helicopters to move troops across the boggy Falklands terrain, where vehicles bogged down helplessly. Bell UH-1 Iroquois, Vietnam's icon, served in the South Atlantic. The distinctive wop-wop of Huey rotors echoed across Port Stanley as they evacuated wounded and resupplied defensive positions throughout the siege. Bell 212, the Huey's twin-engine cousin, offered crucial redundancy. Losing one engine over the freezing South Atlantic meant survival rather than death, making the 212 preferred for overwater missions. Augusta A109. These sleek Italian helicopters performed command and liaison duties. After surrender, British forces captured several intact and immediately put them to use, appreciating their speed and reliability. Now this is the Aerospatiale Alouette 3. French simplicity served Argentina well. Easy to maintain with minimal ground support, Alouettes kept flying reconnaissance and liaison missions even as spare parts for complex types ran short. Bell 206, commercial jet rangers turned scouts. Light and nimble, these helicopters moved observers around the battlefield and transported commanders rapidly between defensive positions as British forces closed in. Sikorsky S-58, ancient by 1982 standards, but still serviceable. These Korean War-era helicopters hauled supplies where newer types were needed elsewhere, proving old equipment properly maintained remains useful. MBB BO-105, German engineering met Falklands fighting. This helicopter's unique hingeless rotor gave exceptional agility, allowing it to fly nap-of-the-earth reconnaissance missions through the island's valleys and ravines. Hughes MD-500, the smallest helicopter in service, but perfectly suited for observation. Its diminutive size let it hide behind terrain features, watching British movements while remaining nearly invisible to enemy forces. To wrap things up, aircraft used by both forces, Lockheed C-130 Hercules, Britain used it for strategic airlift to Ascension. Argentina flew daring night resupply missions to the islands. One Argentine C-130 was shot down. British crews kept the bridge across the Atlantic running. Westland Lynx. Britain armed Lynx with Sea Skewer missiles to attack Argentine patrol boats. Argentina used theirs for submarine hunting with torpedoes. Both navies relied on this versatile helicopter for very different missions. Boeing CH-47 Chinook. Britain's lone surviving Chinook became legendary, moving troops and artillery non-stop. Argentina's fleet hauled heavy equipment across the islands until air superiority forced them to stop flying. Sea King. Britain's Westland Sea Kings did ASW, troop lifts, and casualty evacuation. Argentina's Sikorsky Sea Kings hunted British submarines and rescued downed pilots. Same design, opposite sides of the same war.